Good morning, everybody. We on? Yes? All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Bigger Picture. So we have a little bit of an interesting program this morning because we don't have Kaira in studio, but we do have Kaira. Kaira, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kaira.
Hi.
So Kaira had to be in Manhattan this morning for a meeting, so we decided that we would do a substitute. So Kevin is here this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Kevin.
Hi, Kaira.
Hi.
So we've got Kaira on for as long as she can be with us, and then we've got Kevin in the studio, and then we want to say good morning to Sheryl.
Good morning.
Sheryl is our special guest this morning, so we're gonna get back to her in a little bit and talk about her business. But first, we'll do a little bit of our business, I guess. So. Let's see. First, we'll do Kevin. You want to tell everybody what the show is about for those who may be tuning in for the first time?
Well, I think it's about Risa and Kaira, and today women that are in business. And I'm happy to say that I know Sheryl for quite a long time, and but the show is about entrepreneurs and businesses in Rockland County that also were involved and give back to the community, and Sheryl certainly meets that bill. And here we are. Terrific.
And we are going to go until 11 o'clock is our new time frame, which is so great because it gives us plenty of time to talk about things. I just want to mention I was actually on the air yesterday, Kevin. Did you know that? Did you listen in?
I was kind of busy.
Oh,
sorry
all right.
about that.
I was actually on with Rockland Independent Living Center's new director, David Jacobson, and helping him with his first show, so that was kind of fun. He's actually terrific. He has a great radio voice as well. For those who were just listening, I love listening to great radio voices, and Tom O'Hare is one of those. And he had somebody else call in who was just a terrific radio voice. All right, we want to say thank you first to our sponsors because the bigger picture wouldn't come to you unless we had our wonderful sponsors. So, Kaira, why don't you tell the folks about what's going on at Bonefish Grill?
Well, good morning, and thank you for letting me call in this morning. I have to tell you, I miss you guys terribly. Trying to be in two places in one moment or one morning, but thank you for letting me dial in, guys. And a couple of things that are going on at Bonefish. So we've just kicked off Hudson Valley Restaurant Week starting yesterday. So we're going to be running that for 2 weeks. We are participating, and we have a great lunch and dinner selection for that. Our Easter Bunny Brunch on the 20th is booking up fast. So we're going to have the Easter Bunny at the restaurant, the Bonefish Grill in Nanuet, from 10 to 12. You can see the Easter Bunny. The kids can get face painting. There's going to be crafts. So definitely call in to the restaurant.
What date is that, Kaira?
That's on the 20th.
The 20th,
so it's the Sunday
okay.
before Easter.
Okay.
Come by, see the Easter Bunny, and
fun.
We've got so many fun things going on. Those are the things that are currently going on, but definitely always something exciting going on at the Bonefish Grill.
Isn't there something special today, Tuesdays, or a special menu?
Yeah, so every Tuesday, every single Bonefish Grill has a prefixed option of 9 dinner choices. So we call it our Hooked on Tuesday, and there is the 9 choices. It's a 3-course meal, and the dinners start at $14.90. Such a great deal.
It's such a great deal.
It's great. And I have to mention, too, Risa, I pulled you in to have that Hawaiian martini. Was it amazing?
That was amazing. I think I was the first person to have it this season, right?
You were. You were in Nanuet. So
that is really a beautiful looking beverage.
Yeah.
And actually, so next week, if all of our sponsors are in,
we gotta get these boys in town so we can shake up some martinis.
Yeah, I think we've scheduled this for the 18th. So I don't know if Jeff and Dr. Mike are listening, but I believe we scheduled this for the 18th. So we are going to do a martini making lesson and bar evening at Bonefish Grill with Kaira and me and our sponsors, correct?
Yep.
All right, and the public's invited to come and watch our silliness?
It's going to be thoroughly entertaining. I cannot wait to put some Bonefish Grill chef coats on our sponsors.
And watch them.
And blast it all over Facebook. Can't wait.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be on the 18th.
Have no fear, Kevin. Have no fear.
Day after St. Patrick's Day, you better be fearful.
Wait, Kevin, do you know how to make a martini?
I think it has something to do with alcohol.
It does. You're Irish, aren't you, Kevin?
A little bit.
Some ice.
So that's going to be a blast. That's really going to be a lot of fun.
So much fun.
All right. So now, Kevin, you want to just say what KLS is about?
Okay. Well, KLS Transportation, my business. It's a town car limousine service that's been around in Rockland County for quite a while now. And spring has sprung, it looks like, outside. So it's a good time to start thinking about taking your spring vacation or proms or weddings. We do it all. And our tagline is, if we're on time, we're late.
And just tying in with the alcohol theme, don't you also take people?
When you do all of those things, make sure you get a car, because paying us is better than paying an attorney.
But don't you also take people up to wineries if they would like to go?
Yes, we do wineries. We'll take you down to the St. Patty's Day Parade in New York. We'll do anything.
And bring you back safely and soundly.
That's true.
That's great. All right, and then one of our sponsors is Burbrower and Beldock, which is Hudson Valley's premier personal injury and medical malpractice law firms. They have an office in New City and in Tarrytown. Their phone number is 800-587-4878, and it's bnbnylaw.com. And Steve Beldock will be our guest in May. And do you want to do Dr. Mike?
Sure, Dr. Mike. I was at his place yesterday. I think he's been working on me for 30 years. He's celebrating 30 years of providing health and wellness care in Rockland County. They can help you with anything from neck pain, back pain, headache, migraine, shoulder, hip, or knee injuries, bursitis, sports injuries, carpal tunnel syndrome. He also handles auto accident injuries, chronic pain, whiplash. Give Dr. Mike a call. And let's see, his number is 845-634-8877, and he could also be reached at www.newcitychiropractic.com.
And my back is killing me this morning, so I'm going to have to head over there. All right, and then we are also going to remind everybody that we have fun prizes that people can win. And the way that you win those prizes, you write to us at thebiggerpicture@gmail.com, or you can like us on Facebook and comment on Facebook, and we will pick winners from that. And we have really fun prizes. We're giving away, today we're giving away Bounce Trampoline Sports, 2 hours at Bounce Trampoline Sports, and pizza gift card to Hudson Pizza Loft, which is right upstairs. Then we have, Kaira, we're giving away a brunch for two. Next week we'll do our Easter brunch.
Perfect.
But we're giving away a brunch for two at Bonefish. And then 2 tickets to the Boulders game on Saturday, May 21st at 6:30, which includes a hot dog and soda, courtesy of Cynthia Branca, who was our guest last time. So we will announce those winners at the end. So if you write to us, you can win and suggest guests and that kind of thing. Let's see. On Facebook, you can follow us, The Bigger Picture, WRCR, and on Twitter. And we are attempting to Periscope this morning as well, though it doesn't seem to be working. So stick with us and we'll keep trying. I also want to give a shout out to Bulldog and the team at Ocean 98. Kaira and I, where are we going, Kaira?
We are going to New York City.
We are. We're going to go down and broadcast live with them on the 18th. So
in the morning, right?
Yeah. Is that St. Patty's Day?
That's going to be so much fun. It's the day after St. Patrick's Day. That should be interesting.
So we're definitely sleeping over then on the 17th.
Yeah, it's going to be a slumber party aftermath of St. Patrick's Day and a little morning radio.
A Bulldog slumber party. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll be there from 6 to 10. I don't think he knows that yet, but now he does. So 6.
And then we'll be heading back to Bonefish to make martinis.
Well, no, we'll be heading back to take a nap, and then we'll be making martinis that evening. So we've got a lot of fun things planned. For those who don't know, you can listen to our pals at at Oceans 98 by going to their website, ocean98.com, I believe, and you can stream them. They also have a Facebook page. You can stream them in the morning. I wake up to Bulldog and Steve. I have Steve in one ear, Steve and Jordan. Right, Steve? And then I have them in the other ear. So it's a lot of fun. It makes a little bit of a crazy morning, though. So let's see. The other things that we have to announce. So what did we finally order, Kaira?
Our magnet.
We did. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to put one on my car.
I know this is so silly, but we have ordered these really fun magnets, and we're going to be giving them away. You can pick them up for free at Bonefish Grill at the Shops at Nanuet, or Dr. Mike Cosolovo's office at New City Chiropractic, 490 Route 304 in New City. You're going to put them on your car, and they're really cute, and they say, I'm a fan of the bigger picture. And we are going to go around in Kevin's van.
My van?
Yes, your van.
Yeah.
Oh, my van.
We're going to go around in our prize patrol van, and we are going to go around Rockland, find people who have these magnets on their cars, and then we're going to jump out and scare them and give them prizes.
We could scare them.
Come
I'm going to put them on my trucks.
There you go. We'll put them on Cheryl's trucks, too. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
It was worth the wait because these magnets are awesome. They really are. They're cute. I want to put one on my car.
They're in the shape of a little chat bubble. They really look very cute, and I'm very excited about that. So we will have those, I'm thinking, maybe by the 18th.
They ordered, so
that would be nice. That would be perfect. And then our mugs are still a work in progress, but those will be coming. So first our magnets, then our mugs. So, all right, enough silliness. So the point of the show, as Kevin pointed out, was that we highlight Rockland's best entrepreneurs and those who are, they dedicate a lot of hours to their business, and then they also find time to dedicate time to people in need and causes in need. And Sheryl Santi Luks is a perfect example of that. Am I saying your name fully correctly?
It's Sheryl Santi Luks, like lots of Lux.
Okay, so I've been wrong all this time, so my apologies for that.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning. I'm sorry to have missed you.
I know. I'm so glad that I get a call in, though.
You can come make martinis with us.
I could come drink martinis.
You could come drink martinis.
You have to come drink martinis.
That'll work. All right. So, Kevin, do you want to give a more formal introduction, and then Cheryl can tell us about her business?
Yeah, I will tell you first off. I'm cheating a little bit because I know Cheryl for quite a while now. I met Cheryl quite a number of years ago.
Like 20 something.
Like 20. We
Wow.
served on the board of the American Cancer Society together. And it's very easy to be impressed with Cheryl because she is very involved in the community, obviously, but she's also a very astute business person who's been around for quite a long time. And, to non-stereotype a woman, she's in the moving business.
I am.
She started that business in 1975 and as a side business, which is now a global business. They're based right in Rockland County in Valley Cottage, actually next to Bounce Trampoline, which is
one of our supporters.
One of the supporters. So there she is. She's my secret girlfriend, I have to tell you.
Not so secret anymore, Kevin.
Well, wait a second. Was anybody listening? Cheryl, so there's your intro. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and how you got going and what you're doing?
Well, good morning, Rockland, on this beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm glad you like radio voices because I brought my Brooklyn voice this morning.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
I moved up to Rockland County to start a job in January 1975. And no, I didn't start a job working for a mover. I started the county's alcohol abuse services and at Summit Park when this county was hopping and there was money for mental health, and I was busy setting up all these clinics all over the county. And when I moved up with my boyfriend, who was a commercial mover in Manhattan and worked Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, our neighbors in Blueberry Hill would be asking him to rent a truck and help him move. I would speak with them after work on evenings. I'd meet them, and he would move them. And after 4 months, we wound up buying a truck. Neither one of us came from entrepreneurial families. My late husband was an immigrant from Tuscany. He thought the Ramapo Mountains reminded him of Tuscany, so that's actually how we came up here. I showed him where I had a bungalow as a little girl in Spring Valley, and we fell in love with it here. And looking out today, you could see why. The moving company, as I said, started by chance, And people have said to me for the past 41 years, how does a nurse run a moving company? And I must tell you, it is so stressful to move. It's right up there with death, the dentist and the dentist. That a person with a degree in psychiatric nursing really is a plus. So I found my niche business in my 20s, and it's not anything I thought I would grow up to be, but it certainly has become the passion of my life. And I'm still happy every morning to wake up, go meet customers, talk about my business like today. And I'm a very fortunate business owner. So I always felt it was the responsibility of small businesses in the community to give back. Besides my business, which, as I said, I'm fortunate, I surround myself. I have employees of 39 years, 20 years, 19 years. I'm very, very fortunate as a business owner. My business has allowed me to give back to the community, not only myself, my trucks, my warehouse, to give back to those in need. And I hope if you could take anything away from having me here today, it would be for people listening in to give of themselves to those less fortunate. Those of us here are very fortunate. And Kevin gives, Risa gives, Bonefish Grill gives. There's something for everybody listening in today that they could give.
So tell us a little bit more about the moving process. You move individuals, and I'm just remembering that I think you moved my parents.
Yes, I did. We won't mention that how many years ago.
Such a connection. 6 degrees of separation in Rockland County. But you do individuals as well as
corporations.
Corporations? Okay.
Small businesses, large businesses. We moved 650 employees for Samsung in Ridgefield Park, M&T's corporate headquarters in Tarrytown. We move little 2-room offices. We move studio apartments on the Hudson. We do a lot of work in Westchester as well as Rockland, Bergen County, and Manhattan.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the trend in Rockland seems to be a lot of people moving out to California, moving down south. So most of my trucks are what we call long distance, interstate moves out.
And so if someone is getting ready to move, or they're thinking about, they know that they're going to be moving, how do they tell the difference between, hiring you and hiring somebody else? In other words, what's the difference in using, it's Santi Xpress, correct?
Correct. Santi Xpress is a white glove moving company. There are some that are generic. I mean, people go online and they get an estimate. Nothing beats an estimator, coming into your home, seeing that you have a four-level townhouse that maybe you forgot to put online, seeing the type of furniture. Do you need a crate for a mirror? Do you need special handling for your pool table? You need to have someone come in first, give you a price. And a good time is 3 months before. I'm already giving estimates for the end of September. Some people have to budget. I know that I will be going back to them sometime towards August. Get rid of things that you don't want to take. Don't pay a mover. Decide who's doing the packing. Obviously, if a mover does the packing, it's a lot easier for you, but it is...
So you do that as well, where you'll pack up. I always wondered about that. So how do you know what to... I mean, I would think as the person, I would want to pack all my little goodies up, but...
You would?
Maybe I'm crazy.
But if you had somebody you really trusted, Risa, you'd probably appreciate that,
Yeah.
I think that's the direct correlation here, is that those are your personal things, your very special personal things. When you're moving, talking about uprooting or making a life change, especially if there's children involved.
Right.
So to have a connection or a contact with somebody's family business that takes pride and care into those types of things, that really is the difference that I'm grasping listening to Sheryl.
Do you know, Kaira, I'm on my 3rd generation of customers. I was a class mother for all my children. I'm moving children. I was their class mother in kindergarten and moving them from the city to Chappaqua. But I want to go back to the packing because you should be aware that when you pack, the customer packs a box, no moving company would be responsible if there was damage. So if you have your
okay.
grandmother's Waterford or Rosenthal or China, you really want to get a mover in there. Yes, you could pack your linens and your books, because
Right.
there's no liability in that. But you should, for fragiles, pictures, mirrors, if something happens and you did it, there's no recourse.
Okay. All right, good point.
And that's why you need someone to come to your home or your office to tell you all these tips.
Yeah.
And then I take the estimate. My other estimators go back to the office. We sit down with the 4 ladies in the office and who have been with me a long time and can answer any question anybody has, whether it's file cabinets, elevators, certificates of insurance. We like Cy Sim says, an educated consumer is our best customer. We like to tell everything up front. We don't like surprises moving days. Customers don't like surprises moving days. We like it least.
And what's the most unusual thing you've ever moved?
Great question, Risa.
One day we went to move somebody in Manhattan and there were snakes. They failed to tell me that
Oh, no.
at estimate because they were in the closet. But I don't mean little garden snakes like we have here. I mean like boas. And they expected us to move them. We moved cages, we moved tanks.
Did they at least give you a forewarning before you
No,
showed up to the house? Or was it
no.
like, hey, hi?
No,
and
it was
can
a
you
phone
move that?
call to me from one of my drivers that said, Cheryl, there's gigantic snakes here. And I thought he meant that they were
Oh,
out in
my
the garden,
God.
but I knew they were in Manhattan. Yes, you never know what is behind someone's door.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
So Cheryl, want to let everyone know how to get a hold of you. So there's a phone number, which is 845-268-1600, or they can email you at ssanti, that's S-A-N-T-I, S-S-A-N-T-I, at santiexpress.com. So I will tell you that about 2 months ago, I helped my daughter move her small little things from Brooklyn to Hoboken, and I told her at the time, I will never do that again. Get somebody to do it, somebody with some muscle, somebody who knows what they're doing, make your life a lot easier. Go with Cheryl and the pros.
You know, I want to mention that I didn't actually mention my company before, but I'm Risa Hogue with GMG Public Relations, and Cheryl had reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, I guess, to help her with a potential public relations opportunity, which we did manage to get coverage on in a variety of ways, but you were actually moving something very unique that day.
That night.
That night.
There's an organization that Santi Xpress is involved in Florida called Give Kids the World, and it's for terminally ill children. It's the #1 destination for Make-A-Wish around the world, and it's for children to give them a week at Disney World, SeaWorld, or if they can't, we supply wheelchair adaptive, oxygen adaptive rides. So I get a call from a fellow Wheaton agent. Wheaton is my interstate affiliation. Jason Fontaine in Orlando, who does all the moving for Give Kids the World, and said, Cheryl, could you help us out? A recently closed, very large toy store in Times Square has donated all 14 gondolas from their Ferris wheel, and we need to get them to Orlando so they can be made into rides for children with wheelchairs. Well, after I stopped crying, I said, this is what we're going to do, Jason. We're going to meet you at 6 o'clock at night down in Times Square, and we'll bring in 2 26-foot moving trucks, and those are the ones you usually move with in Rockland, because there's no way you could get an 18-wheeler in Manhattan. A third Wheaton agent from Chicago brought in 2 18-wheelers, tractor-trailers, and left them parked in Little Ferry, New Jersey. So I went in with 2 trucks and 2 drivers, and I never thought I'd see my trucks back into a loading dock in Times Square, but they did, and we took these beautifully decorated gondolas of from the Toy Story and Legoland, and we loaded them, and what we call a shuttle. We took them to Times Square, over the GW, to Little Ferry, came back, made another load, because these are very, very large. Think about riding in a gondola on a Ferris wheel. They're very large. So we made several trips back and forth, and they're safely in Orlando now being retrofitted for children. They're not going to be a Ferris wheel. They're going to be a land ride. So that's what I mean, that this business, my business, can help the community. We didn't get paid for this.
Right. You donated all of that.
I mean, people don't even realize, even when they move, a tractor trailer to cross the George Washington Bridge right now is $108 one way.
Wow.
Wow.
So think of that as you're paying your toll today.
Wow.
I'm never going to forget that.
That's amazing.
Right.
And actually, so we did manage to get, you'll be featured in Hudson Valley Magazine, an upcoming issue, and you were featured in the Rockland County Times for that, so, which is kind of fun. So I appreciated you.
And you have to know
that.
how many people, we posted the pictures on Santi Express's Facebook page, which is another good page with a lot of good information, as well as our website, that people who are planning on moving, and it is spring, and we are getting busy, can go for helpful hints
For moving
after hours. They can call the office at any time, but after hours, all this is out on the website and the Facebook page.
All right, we're going to take a brief break. Steve's going to play a spot for us, and we'll come back and talk to Sheryl about her more about her philanthropy.
You're listening to The Bigger Picture with Kaira Grundig
and Risa Hogue, brought to you the second and fourth Tuesday of the month by
the Bonefish Grill in Nanuet. Spice up the middle of your week with our signature appetizer. Bang Bang Shrimp is just $6 every Wednesday.
And brought to you by KLS Transportation, providing car service to airports and special events.
Burbauer and Beldock, Rockland County's premier personal injury attorneys.
New City Chiropractic Center, celebrating 30 years of health and wellness, and GMG Public Relations for all your PR, marketing, and social media needs.
And now back to The Bigger Picture.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Before I let Kevin take the stage back, I'm going to have to ask him to tell us about Anna.
Yes, I have a little one.
Goody.
I have a little one. She's 12 years old, and she made the varsity cheerleading team for the Pearl River High School. And this past weekend, New York State recognized cheerleading as an official sport, and Pearl River won the championship for
New York
That's awesome.
State.
Yeah, for a small school, large team. They were absolutely great. What a tremendous amount of stress for dads,
Parents.
dads that were there. But I want to congratulate the team, and they just did a great job.
That is so cool. That's very cool.
Congrats, Anna.
There you go. So, Sheryl.
Yes.
As we both know, you do quite a bit into the community, and you're involved in our Rotary together, but you're involved in many other things, and People to People is one of them. So why don't you tell us a little bit about People to People and what they do, and about your involvement.
Great. People to People is Rockland's largest food pantry. Hard to believe, in a county, the smallest county in New York State, we feed 4,000 meals a month. That's not a year, that's a month. It is not it's not for homeless people, it is for working poor. It's for people who have to decide whether they can eat dinner tonight, or feed their children, or put gas in their car. The tax rate here is so high, it's so costly to live in Rockland, that more and more people are knocking on our door every day. People have to be qualified. We just don't feed everybody. But the sad thing is, some of us are seniors, the largest growing group of people that we're seeing now coming to People are seniors. It's just very difficult to live here. So I found it when the American Cancer Society closed down, where Kevin and I worked for many years, and I was for 24 years. I went to People because I felt if you're hungry, you can't do well in school. If you're hungry, no matter how old you are, if you're hungry, sick people get hungry, cancer patients get hungry, people needing hospice get hungry. We need to make the county more aware of People, how they can help. We get very, very little from the county. I think we're down to $22,000 a year to feed 4,000 people a month. So we really rely on private organizations and private people, you out there.
And so one of the ways that you raise money is through the event in September. Is that right?
Yeah, the festival, which Sheryl was very involved with as New City Rotary. We established that festival kind of as a result of Diane Sarator coming and speaking to our club. And when she gave the numbers for the amount of hungry people, especially
and
children,
kids, yeah.
the kids is what really affected me. As I said, I grew up in Rockland County and never went to bed hungry a day in my life. So hearing these kind of numbers was staggering. And so we decided to have this festival, and half of the money we raise goes specifically to combat hunger in the county. And Cheryl's a big part of that.
And last year you raised what, $20,000?
We raised $20,000, $10,000 of which we gave to $5,000 to People to People and $5,000 to Meals on Wheels. We do give out all the rest of the money. It's completely to charity, but we do have international things that organizations. The Rotary itself spearheaded eradicating polio as an example. But the real reason for the festival, the main reason, was to raise money to combat hunger.
And just before we forget, so people can get involved with the festival in what ways? They can become a sponsor for it?
Well, they can start right now by buying tickets. We have tickets already for sale for the September 10th event next year.
This year, September 10th
this year. I'm sorry, that's right.
Yep,
we're in 2016.
We are.
And they're discounted now until April something, and but you can buy them.
And what's the web address?
It's you can go into the New City Rotary, and there'll be a link to the Food and Wine Festival there. That's one of the easiest ways. That's how I do it. I don't remember anything, so that's what I do. But yeah, there's several. There's sponsorships. There's ads for the Journal. We already have, happy to say, 3 restaurants, one of which is Bonefish, the other Outback.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, and
our sister company is joining in on the fun this year.
Yeah,
oh, that's right, Outback and
Outback
Bonefish
Steakhouse at the
right.
Palisades.
Yay.
That's
You're
right.
going to come and join us.
That's right, and we have a commitment from the Time, the new hotel in Nyack. So that's a big one, and we're starting things going. So
people should buy their tickets now.
Yes.
They'll save a little money.
Yes, they should.
And if they want to be a sponsor, they'll get all the publicity out of it.
That's true.
Ahead of time?
That all through the year. We're our 3rd year in. We've got our act together better than we ever have before. And
Well, that's just because you have Kaira and me involved.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. But you can't. You have to include people like Sheryl who involved in it from the get-go.
Yeah, no, the New City Rotary is amazing. I was never understood Rotary until I got involved and saw through Kevin the New City Rotary, and it's really impressive. And so many people there, and it's funny. I walk into New City Rotary, I'm like, hey, I know you. So Sheryl was one of the first people I saw there. So tell us a little bit about. You want to talk about the JCC?
Yes, since Kevin spoke about the wine and cheese, and I also just wanted to mention that the Friday before Mother's Day, New City Rotary sponsors a county-wide blood drive. It's going to be from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. the Friday before Mother's Day. In honor of our mothers, we ask you all to give some blood, and if you can't give blood, give some time. There's always something you could do for every organization.
That's at the street school.
It's at the street school,
on Main Street.
Easy access in, plenty of parking, no steps, and we have a great time.
At a blood drive.
At a blood drive.
All right.
It's great fellowship, as we say. Yes, for us Rotarians, we drink, we eat, we go all over.
You are a fun group.
We are an international fun group. The other agency that I wanted to mention is the JCC of Rockland, which, Kevin, I may be your second wife, but that place is my second home. And I work out there. Usually I'm there Tuesday mornings at yoga. I go on the weekends whenever I could work.
They have a great gym there.
They have
It's
a
a great
fabulous two-story gym with maybe 40 classes a week. I love the classes because nobody could talk to me then, and I could concentrate. There's preschool groups, there's nursery schools, there's regular school, there's adult groups, there's senior groups, there's trips there. It's just such a vital community center. You don't have to be Jewish to belong. I work out on the Stairmaster with cadets from the Salvation Army, and it's a wonderful, diverse building that is there for all of us.
It is a great resource.
I actually belong myself.
And you do karate. What do you do?
Karate.
Karate. I meet him there.
We basically lost our home in Washington Township, and we found a new home for our dojo at the JCC. I was there last night.
Sundays, right?
Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
Kevin is a black belt, which people may not know. I'm just always so impressed.
That's
with
a great quality to have in a driver.
A black belt?
Or
so true.
Or a Rotary president.
He lets people know, so in case you thought you might not want to pay your bill,
right?
The black belt comes out.
Actually, I only do that for donations for the festival, but
right.
Cheryl, I'd love to give a shout out to the JCC of Rockland because I'm good buddies with Mickey Leader over there, and we actually are going to be sponsoring during the film festival a discount to anybody who presents their tickets at the Bonefish Grill in Nanuet.
Oh, great, because I'm a sponsor of the film festival, and I think that I'm going to use it. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, come by. Enjoy 20% off of your dinner or your lunch check if you go and watch one of the films at the cinemas and the shops in Nanuet.
Kaira, is there anything you're not involved in right now?
No. No, and I wanted to chime in before because I don't think that anybody can say enough about the work that People to People does. I mean, it was one of the first charity organizations that I was involved with. Actually, Bonefish Grill as a company has a harvest donation program where every single one of our restaurants aligns themselves with a local food pantry or church that helps distribute, and People to People is ours. So every Monday they come and they pick up, whatever food we can't use that they can use. And we built a great relationship with them, and it's very powerful the impact that organization has on Rockland County. And I know that Sheryl is so involved with that too.
And they also do a book bag. I did that a couple of years with my girls.
Yes, we not only collect food, we have a program in December called Project Joy, where Blue Hill graciously gives us a very large space, and parents write letters in of what their children need. And maybe sometime in November, when the letters start coming in, Diane will come on and maybe she'll read you some of the letters.
That's a great idea.
Because they don't ask for PlayStations.
Risa, we got to do that.
Yeah,
I think that would be great. They ask.
We're going to have to bring a lot of tissue for me.
Yes.
But we have to do it.
Yeah.
This one little boy wrote in, he had no dresser. Somebody, we go in and we read letters, and I always read the letters and bring 2 back to my Rotary, and then Amy Stern shops, Richard Center shops, takes them over, wraps them, takes them over. But this little boy wanted a dresser. Can you imagine any one of our children not having a dresser?
Yeah.
Well, this is the awareness piece, right? So obviously when we hear something like that, my initial reaction is I want to jump out of my office chair that I'm sitting in, and I want to go buy that little boy a dresser, like now.
Well, somebody did.
And we talk about these things. It's the awareness piece, and this is what the show is so great for. Because when we talk about it and we expose these things, it makes more people like you, Sheryl, say, hey, I want to do something about this, or Kevin, or Risa. This is what this is all about. So it just makes me, I'm sorry, have a little soapbox moment, because that's one of the reasons why the show has had such an impact on me and all of you as well.
It wouldn't be you without your soapbox moment, Kaira.
Sorry.
I've got your box of tissues in the car. So let's just mention again, the JCC of Rockland Film Festival is March 27th through April 20th, right?
And there's 9 shows that play at the Regal, but there's a couple of other ones that
they're playing at the Regal?
No, it's 4 theaters.
Yeah,
there's 4, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, so what are and it plays at the JCC as well, or no?
No,
it's at 4 theaters.
They rotate. Some are at night, some are in the afternoon.
Okay,
it's the Lafayette, I believe, Palisade Center, the Regal, and maybe New City, Bowtie Cinema.
Okay. Yes, and New City is the other one. Yep.
So if people go to probably jccrockland.org, I'm guessing.
I would just go to
Yeah.
They
JCC
can
Rockland
find the,
and they'll find
We can
it.
also put something up on our Facebook too, probably, Risa,
Yes,
for
good
on
idea.
the big pic. Yeah.
Now, also, People to People you mentioned is doing Down at the Shore.
It's
on
called
June
Down the
12th.
Shore. We have one fundraiser a year, and this is it. It's at the Pearl River Hilton, Sunday, June 12th, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., and it's a very laid-back, everybody loves to come. You could wear shorts. You could wear khakis, no ties, no jackets.
No long dresses.
Yes, you could wear a long dress. A
like a
summer
beach dress. There
Yes,
you
we
go.
have it in the summer. And it is all about the beach, and it's all about giving. And if I could mention one more thing about
Sure.
People to People, you mentioned backpacks. Well, we do have Back to School with Dignity. We
I love
always
that
need
program.
school supplies. But also, right now, we're finding that we don't have enough items for infants. We need diapers, we need baby powder, we need
Okay.
formula. You don't think of this in a food pantry, that there are people who wash out diapers for their children.
Right.
Disposable diapers.
Now that's a wonderful way of a simple way to give back. You go and buy diapers and you drop them off. People to People is located on, is it West Nyack Road?
West Nyack Road.
Okay.
Actually, it's on the same strip as Meals on Wheels.
Okay.
You can drop off during the day. You get a tax donation. We drop off. We accept clothing. We do not resell anything. Unlike some organizations that you may drop off at and they resell, we do not resell anything. We have a very large room of clothing for women who need to go for job interviews, suits.
Yeah, that's a great place. I remember doing that. And I have a few more things to drop off where you can, so for my women listeners out there from Rockland Business Women's Network, you can take your suits and your dresses that you no longer use, that are in good condition, and you bring them to People, and they
That's
will
right.
help those who are looking for jobs to be dressed appropriately, which is just
That is
wonderful.
awesome.
Prom
That
as
is
well.
awesome.
Prom season's coming up, as
Right.
Kevin mentioned.
Oh, I've got several dresses.
And there are young girls who their families cannot afford for them to buy a long dress.
And, I just want to mention again, because I loved doing this with my two girls, the backpack program that they have. When I would shop in August with my girls for their school supplies, we would make a separate basket, and I'd say pick out
Thank
what
you.
you think girls would like to take to school with them. And we would make a whole bag of items for the backpacks for People to People, and then I would take them with me to drop it off. So they got that sense early that there weren't kids who could just go in and buy whatever they wanted. And that's
Thank
a
you.
great way to show your kids, an easy way to show what other kids don't have and how they can help.
So that's why when we started this an hour ago, I said there's always something someone can do to
Right,
help their
right,
neighbors.
right.
It could be writing a check. It could be volunteering your time at the food pantry, at a Rotary event. It can be school supplies. No donation is too small. No amount of your time is too small. And if we as a community all pitch in, then we can eliminate hunger in Rockland. We can ease the pain of people who may not be able to go on a job interview. There's always something someone can do.
Making life a little easier for somebody
Hospice
else.
has a race coming up in April. You like to walk, you wear your Fitbit,
And off you go.
Off you go.
And help somebody else. I want to mention a few things since we're on that topic, and then we'll let you pick our prize winners before we end. We've got about 5 minutes left. Just talking about giving back. So the Rockland Business Women's Network, I've mentioned a few times. I'm on the board of that. And tomorrow we have a shredding and networking event, which is really kind of fun. It's a community-wide event. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., in conjunction with the law offices of Lauren Murray, and it's going to be at the RCC Business Innovation Mall, which, if you haven't been to that, it's really very cool. It's 37 West Broad Street in Haverstraw. And so you can bring up to 8 boxes of papers
Wow.
to shred. It's $25, and that includes your breakfast. That includes a tour of the facility, which has a very cool 3D printer. And all of the money from the entry is going to our scholarship fund.
Great.
And our scholarship fund is given out, we give out, I believe it's 2, someone will correct me, but I think it's 2 scholarships to high school seniors, and 1 to an RCC student as well this year. So that's really kind of cool. We have a few other events. Kevin, you want to mention any of these on the sheet?
Well, sure. On Tuesday, April 19th, the Nanuet Chamber of Commerce will host the third annual Nanuet Health Fair. This year it will be at the Pascack Community Center with various health-related and medical vendors, screenings and demonstrations to take place. Vendor registration will be on...
It's on our site now, actually,
it is.
nanuetchamber.com.
Okay. It's only $10 for members at www.nanuetchamber.com.
And it's actually it's free for people to come in. Everything is going to be free that night. The vendors, if you want a booth there and you're healthcare related, it's $10 for members and $25 for non-members to have a table there. That's what that is.
And another Nanuet Chamber event on the 5th of June is the which one? Third? Third again?
What, the third? Yeah.
The annual street fair. Yeah, it's got to be. And last year we had over 15,000 people there. A lot of vendors, rides, great time, music.
And this year it's sponsored by?
Verizon.
Yes, thank you, Verizon.
So good deal.
And there are booths available, but we will sell out. We sell out every year. We have close to 200 vendors, and we do sell out. So if you're interested in having a booth, and if you want to be part of the craziness that will be Ocean 98, Bulldog, Bonefish, WRCR, Bigger Picture, you should get a booth quickly because they will sell out.
So there we have that.
New City Chamber has a couple of events coming up.
Oh, really?
On your next page.
On the next page?
Yes.
I have to read?
Did you say really, Kevin?
Right there.
There we go. Hold it. What are we looking at
here?
We've
got 3 minutes.
Okay. Go. Sunday, March 13th, New City Day, Business Expo, $50 per booth for exhibiting businesses, 11 to 3 at Clarkstown North High School. Saturday, March 19th, they have an Easter egg hunt, 12 noon at Zucker Park.
And actually, Pearl River Chamber is doing they do their Easter egg hunt as well on March 26th,
on the 26th.
At 1 p.m. on Central Avenue, Pearl River Chamber.
Right, that's the main field out there where the old high school used to be. And on Thursday, April 7th, speed networking event at New City, 6:30 p.m., Clarkstown Town Hall, room 301. So the New City Chamber's stepping up and getting involved. And
before we let Cheryl pick announce our winners for our prizes, I just want to say that Dr. Mike is putting together one of the largest Keep Rockland Beautiful cleanup teams for an event on April 10th. In honor of his 30th anniversary. So if you want to get involved with that, give Dr. Mike a call at 634-8877. Cheryl, do you want to say our winners?
Oh, this is a great job. Okay, the winner of Bounce, 2 hours jump time gift card and 2 slices of pizza from Hudson Pizza Loft, which also opened. And
that's right down the street from you.
They were very nice. They came into my office with a pizza, and it was delicious. So I encourage everybody to go there. Is Henry Ricardo. Congratulations.
Yay. Brunch for 2 at Bonefish Grill.
Is Jean Murphy.
Yay, Jean. Jean's written to us a few times.
Can't wait to see you, Jean.
And 2 tickets to the Boulders game on Saturday, May 21st at 6:30, including a hot dog and soda, goes to Mort Becker.
And that is courtesy of Cynthia Branca, who was our guest last week. So we want to thank Sheryl Santi Luks. Now I can say
Cheryl, thank you so much.
And again, she's Kaira. Santi Xpress with the Xpress. So if you need moving services, you can call her. Thank you, Kevin, for being my co-host today, and Kaira for staying on the whole time.
I am throwing on a chef coat right now and going to cook some Norwegian salmon. So thank you.
Save me some.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks to our loyal listeners. Don't forget to write into us and pay attention to our Facebook page for all our updates. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great week, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye. WRCR HD Ramapo. It's 11 o'clock.